In this video, I'm going to teach you how to play the Rosanna Shuffle on the drums, and I'm going to use a tool called Songmaster that is going to make this whole process a lot easier. So if you don't know what Songmaster is, it is software that you can download onto your computer and you can use it to basically break down songs in a whole bunch of different ways. There are a whole bunch of tools in the software that allow you to remove drum parts, remove instrument parts, add in metronomes, do looping, identify what chords are in the song, and a whole bunch more. But for the sake of learning this drum beat, I'm going to show you how you can use Songmaster to learn a specific drum beat from a song. And what better song to do it than Rosanna, which has a really technically complicated drum beat. So the first thing I want to do is just take Rosanna the song and load it into Songmaster. So as I've used Songmaster to take that groove and isolate it, I'm now listening to it over and over and seeing what little details can I hear without hearing any of the music in the background, which is what software like this is so good for. Now we're going to jump onto the kit, and I've listened to this. I'm going to now break it down to make it easier to digest for you to learn. So step one of playing the Rosanna Shuffle is you are going to use just your hi-hat and your snare drum, and you're going to do this pattern in triplets where it goes hi-hat, ghost note, hi-hat, and that just repeats. That sounds like this. Once you do that slowly and get used to it and you build up the muscle memory, let's move to phase two, step two, where we are now going to add the backbeat in those two bars, and that lands on beat 3. What's going to be tricky here is playing that loud backbeat and then following it immediately with a ghost note on the snare drum. Not easy, but what you need to do here is just play a very loud rim shot, and that will make that ghost note a little bit easier to land afterwards. Now that you have your hands done, let's add our feet. That sounds like this. So that's the basic Rosanna Shuffle, but a good way that I like to measure myself when learning stuff like this is to actually take that isolated drum part that we pulled from Songmaster and just play along with it so that I get used to kind of matching the feel of what's happening in the song. So here it is played slowly. Then we're going to move on to a bit of a medium tempo. And then we're going to do full speed. Here is me just playing along with Jeff Porcaro, who was playing that groove in Rosanna. Okay, that is a basic 2-bar repeating Rosanna Shuffle groove. Now that we know how to play that, let's add it to the song. Now with Songmaster, instead of isolating the drums and only hearing what the drums are, we're actually going to remove the drums and keep every other part of that song so that we as the drummer can play along with the track. There we go. That is a very short few-step process to learning anything on the drums using Songmaster to pull out drum parts so that you can slow them down and easily digest them. Remember with the Rosanna Shuffle, it's not just those 2 bars. The next step would be to improvise with your kick drum and kind of just feel it out and like actually listen to the rest of the tune, because Jeff Porcaro doesn't play the same kick drum pattern the whole time. So the next step, as I'm saying, is you just need to play the Rosanna Shuffle, but then mix your kick drum up a little bit. But go check out Songmaster. There's a link in the description of this video. It is a great app. It is so much more powerful than what I've shown you in this video, but this is just a starting point for drummers to learn. I promise you, you're going to love it. Now go practice as well.